Alright, so I have a customer that has 2 units, upstairs, downstairs. Downstairs is not working, thermostat's calling. I am getting a dummy light flashing 2 and then 5, but the diagnosis LED indicator on the board says, on the sheet says pressure switch stuck open, and for 2 flashes, and number 5 it says roll out. I doubt both of that, so let's get into it. And you can tell I've been here before. I have this taped emergency switch. And I replaced this board. So the board that I put in is not an OEM board. That it's kind of like a replacement. So that indicator is probably completely different than what's on the original. Oh, let me shut the power off. So that's the board that I replaced last winter. We got this taped, got the power on. I'm just waiting for, we got 2 dampers, one for the basement, one for the first floor. Hooked up to the zoning relay. So there's a little delay on that, and we'll see what happens. Good old York Diamond. The inducer has been running. Before I start testing anything, I want to make sure this runs and see exactly what it is. It could be the pressure switch stuck open, could be igniter, could be a lot of different things. So just bear with zoning relay just clicked. Inducer is running. The other noise is the second floor running. I already checked power, so I know I'm getting the proper voltage to the inducer. Igniter is glowing. Gas valve opened. And flame sensor is detecting it. Flames are still on. Blower motor's on. Alright, well, I ran it through a few cycles for about 5 minutes each. Everything's fine. I blew the pressure switch board out. Checked the igniter to be good. Cleaned the flame sensor rod. Everything's checking out to be fine. Blower motor's running, running strong. I did pull up what the status was. It was blinking 2 and then a 5. So it was in soft lockout. Exceeded minimum number of recycles where the last recycle is due, and the limit circuit opening or limited remained open longer than 3 minutes. Basically, it's talking about the high limit. So there could be a restriction. Or getting it too hot, blower motor overheating, shutting down, I don't know. I gotta let it run and kind of sit here and see what happens. I'm just going to run the first floor. I'm not going to run the basement. And all it says is check the restriction through the airflow for the heat exchanger for clogged air filters, which are brand new. They are the white pleated ones. Let's see about putting the blue ones in, but or increase the motor speed, which I might have to do. We'll see, but this is kind of weird. It's been good for a year. Alright, well, it just shut down, meaning the burners and the inducer off a high limit. Blower continued to blow, cooled off the limit, system's firing back up. So I've been running the unit just with the first floor, just eliminating the basement completely. It's doing the same thing, it's still shutting down on high limit, and after the third time it goes into a soft lockout. And the blower speed is on medium-high for heat and high for cool, so there's no way of increasing that. So I got to dig into it a little bit further and check in. Alright, so what was going on was the control board was reading 2 flashes and 5, meaning high limit tripped. When it trips more than 3 times, it goes into a soft lockout. So sitting here long enough, I was checking continuity, the high limit was tripping, and then it would close and try again, and then after the third time it went into soft lockout. So then I checked my returns and feeds upstairs, and everything was pretty much open and not blocked. Filters is a white one, I removed it, was still happening. So the only thing I can think of right now, or what I'm trying, is I replaced the 190/30 limit. And it's been running for a good 15 minutes right now and has not shut off the burners. Well, I'm hoping that's it. Continue to let it run. Unfortunately, this just takes time. I mean, it was taking a good 10 minutes in between it shutting off on high limit, and it would restart and then shut it 10 minutes later, shut off again. After the third time, it was going to soft lockout. So that's where we're at right now. Let me let it run and check back. Well, I had it system running first zone only with the white filter still in there, with the new limit. That's the old one, and it's been going for about a half an hour straight. Has not shut off once on high limit or anything else. So that's pretty much the problem. It's one of those process of elimination, checking the making sure the returns are not blocked, the feeds are open, and filter, blower motor, all those kind of things before you say, oh, it's the part. The part was working, but it was tripping obviously off, shy of 190. And I didn't increase the limit at all as far as temperature. It's still 190/30, meaning it shuts off at 190 and closes at 160. So none of that is different. It's just that maybe for some reason that was shutting off at 180 or 170. It was off on degrees. But whatever the scenario it is, she's back up and running. Alright guys, check out the next one.